Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lords of the Night. With me, as always, your Lord of Punishment. Say hello, Scribbles.
Hello, Scribbles.
Also, your Lord of Pennies is here. Say hello, Satsu.
No.
Your Lord of Prostates is here. Joining us, it's been a long time. How you been, Irate Prostate?
Man, pretty groovy. Having a good afternoon, man. Just kind of goofing around and seeing people and shit. Getting visitors over here. Yeah.
I'm your Lord of Pain, the Ranting Monkey, and we're here to entertain you for about 2 hours. And then over on 2 Cents Plus, we'll entertain you for a couple more because that's what we do. We're clowns for you. We're dancing monkeys. I'm naked right now just for you.
Me too.
Oh.
Dude, you don't know how right on your arm.
Scribbles, how you doing, man?
I feel ill.
Wow. That's hurtful.
Well, I mean, between your descriptions and the picture we just looked at. Otherwise, I'm fine. I got birthday gifts arrived in the mail yesterday and today. And one of them is a Hunt for Red October t-shirt.
Oh, cool.
Sweet.
It's got Sean Connery on it, and it has him holding his little walkie-talkie thing, and he says, the order is engage the silent drive. I'm like, yeah. And then I got another one in the mail, which was a John Wayne Green Beret glass. Because J random things is for movies is what people know I like, so I got that, and I get to visit with my sister tomorrow, which I haven't seen her in like 2.5 months now, so I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, so had a pretty good day. I also did a TEDx, but we'll talk about that later.
All right, Satsu, how you doing, man?
Really good actually. Aaliyah was being very good today. She was all smiley and just playful and just kind of chilling out. And the only time she really got upset is when when she was actually paying attention to us, because she was figuring out the inner workings of a PlayStation 4 controller for about 2 hours earlier today. Because I had tossed the one that I don't use in her crib while I was playing the game, and she was playing with me. So pretty good, peaceful, and quiet day. No screaming psycho childs, which is fun.
You should set her up as player 2.
Oh, God. I don't know how good she is at Call of Duty.
And Irate Prostate, how's your day been, man?
Just hanging out. I got a visit from a friend. He and his girlfriend came over for a little bit, and we shot the shit, did some laughing, remembering some insane shit that we did when we were bulletproof and 10 feet tall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then just and came out here, man. I appreciate you extending the invitation.
Oh no, man, it's good to talk to you. My day was fun. I went and saw Pumpkin quite a bit today upstairs. It was also dangerous. I fell a couple of times. Don't freak, guys. Not down the stairs. Just really hard into walls. So I'm fairly certain I have a concussion as we play tonight, both here and later. So. It'll be fun. You don't know what Monkey's going to say tonight. Good job. Monkey Dick, Jim Jones, movies, video games. Hit that like button and please share our stuff, not just ours. Anybody that you actually like on YouTube, because YouTube, for reasons that we can't explain, won't do it. Good night. I love you too, sweetheart. You guys realize I just told you I think I have a concussion, and that was the best I've done the Monkey Dick, Jim Jones thing in a long time. Apparently I've beaten myself into normalcy. Are the walls okay? Yeah, I didn't actually break any of them. I just slammed a little bit hard into them with my head. So do we have any news there, Scribbles? Scribbles?
Sure we do. Sorry.
That's fine.
I apparently muted my mic and I didn't know it. Well, let's see. We have some more analysis of what Joe Biden said.
Oh, from yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, well, hold that thought. Real quick, Terry Diamandis, thank you. Now that Satsu isn't black anymore, how is he enjoying not being oppressed anymore?
Well, it feels about the same.
Fair enough. Scribble.
So John Blake at CNN wants us to know that what Biden said was outrageous.
Really?
But some say so was the reaction.
Oh, fuck off.
Some say. He once called Barack Obama articulate, bright, and clean. He boasted about his working relationship with segregationist senators. Now Joe Biden has drawn fire for telling a black radio host that anyone wavering over whether to vote for him or President Trump, quote, ain't black, unquote. His comment Friday is the latest Biden blooper.
Yes, blooper.
Gaffe on race that has caused black and white critics to squirm. Yet there are some who say that if anyone is offended by Biden's latest comments, they aren't paying attention to what Biden is really saying.
Real quick, let me get this. Thank you, Pincalo. Did your stairs acknowledge you today, Monkey? Well, I was on him a bunch, but I never fell down him. So,
well, that's a callback to the TEDx talk where the lady said something to the effect like stairs don't acknowledge disabled people. And like, well, inanimate objects often don't acknowledge anybody. Quote, it would be stupid for African Americans to support Donald Trump after what the president has done, even if you're an African American Republican, unquote, says Ravi Perry, an activist and chair of the political science department at Howard University in Washington, and reinterpreting Biden's words for the most positive spin. Oh, I added that last part. Sorry. Let's see. Perry says, I remember, not Biden. Perry says people outraged at Biden's comments ignore the context and an unwritten rule about remarks.
Is that him or me?
That was him.
A little bit. You said an unwritten rule.
You guys can't hear me now?
Something remarks.
You just roboted a little bit at the end
Just
there.
a wee bit there.
Okay, let me try again. Perry says people outraged at Biden's comments ignore the context and an unwritten rule about racial remarks. Are you ready for this?
Let's hear it.
Here's the unwritten. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Here's the unwritten rule. A white person can't instruct black people on their racial identity.
Wait. Hold that thought right there. Skeptalk, thank you. As Irate Prostate would say, War Eagle. Mashishu, thank you. Who said, Ranting Monkey, if you have a concussion, does that mean you're now as cognizant as Joe Biden? I'm not sure where I am on the Biden scale. Wandering Lisa, thank you. Is Joe Biden trying to out racist Prince Philip? And Tall Person, thank you, says, Happy National Taffy Day, everybody. Thank you guys, one and all.
So effectively, the unwritten rule makes what Biden said just null and void. It just doesn't count.
Why?
I don't know. He continues, no pontificating about you can't be black if you like opera or anything like that. What? Okay, I'm gonna start from the top because I'm missing something having paused between sentences. I'll do it one more time. Okay, so now remember, this is Ravi Perry, an activist and chair of the political science department at Howard University in Washington.
Is this a black person?
I have no
Howard,
idea.
I would imagine so.
Ravi sounds like an Indian name.
All right.
Eastern.
Perry says people outraged at Biden's comments ignore the context and an unwritten rule about racial remarks, period. A white person can't instruct black people on their racial identity, period. No pontificating about you can't be black if you like opera or anything like that, period.
I think I get where he's going.
Do you?
He's going to say that, if a black person had said this, it would have been okay. But I'm curious to hear the rest.
So they can, I'm assuming referring to white people, they can, however, question the political identity and choices of a black person who votes for a president that spread a birther conspiracy theory about the nation's first black president and said they were, quote, very fine people on both sides of a white nationalist rally in Charlottesville, Perry says. So if you're black and you vote for Trump, then you're still of questionable identity, but just not about your black identity.
Yeah, I didn't realize that's where we were headed. Just blame Trump. Trump, it's Trump. Trump's the only thing you got to worry about, guys. Trump. That's it, Trump.
So when Biden said, you ain't black, he was actually saying, you ain't a good black.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't a politically
the
right side of history black. If I'm taking Professor Perry's comments here as he means them.
Because the way I just heard that is that, like, oh, people are freaking out about this, but they don't really care about Donald Trump saying that.
Okay, so he goes on. Biden's remarks were clumsy and off-putting, but he had the right to ask that question, Perry said. He didn't ask a question.
He didn't ask a question. He stated, you ain't black.
Yeah, he made a statement. Okay, now here's Perry talking, quote, because everything prior to this was, I guess, the author summarizing. Now here's an actual quote. Quote, his point is, if you're voting for Trump in 2020, after all you've seen and heard, and you're a black person, that certainly calls into question your black political identity. I agree with that wholeheartedly, Perry says.
Can I just say how much I love that we now have black and politically black?
Dude.
Satsu, you need to do a new series called Politically Black, where you just like talk about the politics of the day or something real quick, or something dealing with racial identity, and just call it Satsu is Politically Black.
I just, I mean, I knew people were going to come out and try to justify it because, you know,
because of course
that those are the rules. But just the extent that people are going to is kind of fascinating to me.
The next paragraph is nothing but a recitation of things Trump has said that were offensive.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Mash, thank you. Ranting Monkey, it's just a gaffe, bro. I know.
Yeah, this entire article / apologia is absolutely bonkers. I mean, like Seth said, it's you know, Biden said what he said. There was no gaffe, there was no blooper, there was no misspeak or anything else. He said what he said, and now you've got everybody just bending themselves into knots, trying to rationalize it into something that is positive. And the best this guy can do is, you're not a politically correct black person if you vote for Trump. Or if you're not sure, if you're still uncertain, you're not a politically correct black person. I don't mean PC like PC, but I mean, but politically, if you're a black person, there's one side of the political spectrum you have to be on, and otherwise you're not correct.
If Biden had actually said that you're not black politically, it would still been fucking stupid, but it would have been far less asinine than what he did say. He just said you aren't black.
Yeah.
The thing that's getting to me though is like how charitable they are being about.
Oh yeah.
He's an old rich white male. Like he checks every box of this is absolutely completely unacceptable. And you know, we'd be hearing about, you know, all types of crazy shit in relation to this if it was anybody else. I just, they can be charitable when it's extremely convenient. They just choose not to be 100% of the time, except for now. Like, oh, okay.
Thank you, Chris Jones. Satsu's going to give me nightmares after today. What you did?
I ain't do nothing.
I'm
innocent.
You're just not politically black enough.
That's right.
All right. What else we got there, Scribbles?
Let's see. So, otherwise, what did I have here? Oh, so the other day, we found out that there was a parallel universe.
Yeah.
That goes backwards in time or something. Well, today, astronomers find the Wolf Disk, an unlikely galaxy in the distant universe. Astronomers have spotted a massive disk galaxy not unlike our own that formed 12.5 billion years ago when our 13.8 billion-year-old universe was only a tenth of its current age. But according to what scientists know about galaxy formation, this one has no business being in the distant universe. This discovery is challenging how astronomers think about galaxy formation in the early universe. It's known as Galaxy DLA0817 lowercase g, but astronomers nicknamed it the Wolf Disk after late astronomer Arthur M. Wolf, former doctoral advisor to 3 of the study's 4 authors.
Oh, wow. I said, wow.
It represents the most distant rotating disk galaxy they have ever observed, thanks to the Atacama Large Millimeter Submillimeter Array of telescopes in Chile, known as ALMA. According to their observations, the galaxy's disk has a mass of 70 billion times that of our sun. It's also rotating at 170 miles per second, which is similar to our Milky Way galaxy. But galaxies with stable, well-formed disks, like the Milky Way, formed gradually and appeared later in the universe's timeline, with some dated to 6 billion years after the Big Bang. Oh, so it shouldn't be as well-formed as it is what they're saying. Okay. In the early days after the Big Bang, the universe was largely a blank slate. Eventually, this was followed by galaxy formation that was pretty messy. Small galaxies merged and crashed together along with hot gas clumps. Quote, most galaxies that we find early in the universe look like train wrecks because they underwent consistent and often violent merging. These hot mergers make it difficult to form well-ordered, cold, rotating disks like we observe in our present universe. Well, that means that galaxy belongs to the time backwards parallel universe thing.
It must. Real quick, thank you, Chris Jones. I saw that cursed image Satsu posted to Twitter. Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. Anyway, so there's that.
Well, here's the thing. Everything we know about how galaxy forms is theoretical. We've never actually seen it. Because we can't. It takes too long. We do have a birthday in the chat, and we have a special request from you, Scribe.
You have a request from me?
And I said for you.
You said from.
Did I? My bad. Yeah, for you.
Oh, okay.
They want you to sing Happy Birthday Marilyn Monroe style.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah.
And who is this that I'm singing Happy Birthday to?
For Grillin' Pirate Pete.
Grillin' Pirate Pete.
Pete, it's your birthday tomorrow, actually. And since we're not on the air, we're going to do this for you now. This one's for you. And a 1. And a 2. Happy birthday to you.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Grillin' Pirate Pete. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Pete. That is my fault. I should have told him that you specifically said Marilyn Monroe the way she sung to Kennedy. I didn't realize he was going to do that. My bad.
Well, you didn't mean dying of a drug overdose?
No, did not.
Oh.
Golf clap.
I mean,
Oh boy!
I can do it again.
There aren't any family members of Marilyn. Sorry, you had to witness that.
Yeah. That's my bad, Pete. Happy birthday, sir. What else we got there, Scribbles?
Pete, if you would like me to do the real thing, just say so. I mean that. I was being a smartass.
Well, I think we all knew what you were doing.
I don't know. I mean, I thought it was kind of abstract, but whatever. It's up to Pete. You guys let me know. Let's see. What else do I have? You guys like rats?
Not particularly.
Oh, well, then you shouldn't go to New York. Because with restaurants closed, rat sightings are increasing across the United States.
Dude.
With restaurants closed or open with limited capacity due to the coronavirus pandemic, a certain subset of those establishments' patrons is struggling. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is warning that certain areas across the country are reporting, quote, an increase in rodent activity, unquote, as rats search for sources of food other than restaurant dumpsters. Quote, jurisdictions have closed or limited service. Jurisdictions have closed or limited service at restaurants and other commercial establishments to help limit the spread of COVID-19. Rodents rely on the food and waste generated by these establishments. Community-wide closures have led to a decrease in food available to rodents, especially in dense commercial areas. As a result, rats are scampering elsewhere, including residential areas. Given the circumstances, they may even exhibit, quote, unusual or aggressive behavior, the CDC said. It sounds like a horror movie getting ready to happen right there.
Mm-hmm.
And gosh, also rats carry what disease?
Yeah. It's something that, makes sense. They're not getting their normal food source. They're going to go looking for it. I'm glad I'm far enough away from New York. I don't think that'll be a problem, though.
Mm-hmm.
Can't they eat the bodies?
Oh
boy.
No?
Apparently I wore Pete out with that rendition because he doesn't want another one.
Yeah, he said he couldn't take another one.
Well, I wouldn't do it the same way.
I think the moment's passed.
I know. I'm a terrible person. Let's see. And I'll get this one out of the way because it was all over the place this morning. And it's a terrible story. And I hate reading terrible stories, but it is what it is. A woman claimed her 9-year-old son was abducted. Now she's charged with murder.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Police in South Florida have arrested and charged a woman in the death of her 9-year-old son after they say she falsely accused 2 black men of abducting him. Boy, it sounds a little bit like, what was her name?
Susan Smith.
Susan Smith, that's right. I was about to say Pamela Smart, and I'm like, no, that's a different person. Patricia Ripley, 45, had claimed she was driving with her son Alejandro around 9 p.m. Eastern Thursday when 2 black men in another vehicle forced her to stop. Ripley told police that one of the men got out and demanded drugs, according to officials. After Ripley said she didn't have any drugs, the man, who had a knife, stole her phone and kidnapped Alejandro, who was autistic and nonverbal. Oh. The boy's body was found hours later, still wearing a Captain America t-shirt.
I hope she rots in hell, but she'll probably get some nice little psychiatric ward for a while.
Oh, well, it's actually worse. During their investigation, officials obtained a video that allegedly shows Ripley pushing Alejandro into a canal Thursday evening around 7:30 p.m. Nearby residents heard screaming, found Alejandro in the canal, and rescued him. But just an hour later, Ripley allegedly brought Alejandro to a different canal.
Oh, fuck, man.
Why was she allowed to take him with her again? I don't understand that bit. Jesus.
That's pretty fucked up.
That is really fucked up. It's like, okay, so she tried to kill him once, she got stopped, and then the cops weren't called? Like, she wasn't separated from him? They don't say anything else about the details around that, but that's insane. Jesus. All right. Well,
it's fucked up.
Anyway, it's been a relatively slow news day, guys. So aside from a fire down in California that took out part of a pier, San Francisco. I don't know.
All right, we can move on to MSS News, and maybe we'll do a couple from somebody here and there. We'll see what happens, depending on how many stories we got. Ladies and gentlemen, if there's a story you'd like us to take a look at, hit us up at the hashtag MSS News over on the Twitter machine. We can't promise to get to them all, but that's just because I'm reading and banged my head a few times today. The first one comes to us from Shrouded Angel, and it is. I don't know why the mirror, it always takes a second for their headline to pop up. Thank you, Evolved Potato, over on the Streamlabs. Release snakes to eat the rats, then release gorillas to kill the snakes, then just wait for winter to kill off the gorillas. Well, there you go. Somebody has a plan. Couldn't we just use cats? Big cats. Inside Erie brothel up for sale, which was left untouched after being abandoned. Why is my phone blowing up like that? I apologize, guys. Where are we at here? A brothel which has been left untouched since it was abandoned in the 90s has been put on the market with many of its original features still in place. The former location of Janie's Ranch sits close to Montgomery Pass in Nevada, the only state in the U.S. to allow some legal prostitution. Standing alone in the middle of nowhere out in the desert, eerie images show the abandoned brothel capture a glimpse into the lives of those who work there and those who visited. Ew. I'm going to throw this in the chat so you guys can look at the pictures if you want before I go on reading more. It's weird because this place is like all torn down. Many of the walls and floors have caved in after being left to rot, but the building divided into many smaller rooms inside using makeshift wooden frames as partitions. No soundproofing here, guys. Almost all furniture and decor has been stripped from the bedrooms and parlor rooms, with a heart-shaped hole in the floor hinting where a bathtub once sat. It also shows torn-up carpets along the hall, wallpaper peeling off the walls, and shattered glass scattered across the floor. Well, which part of it? Didn't they say that it's mostly left intact? And then they tell us everything's been stripped?
Yeah, this fucking place looks condemned.
This place looks like it's been rancid. This looks like some shit we've gone through in 76.
Yeah.
A couple of dilapidated bed frames remain in place, including one left in the middle of what appears to have been a master bedroom with bright purple fabric on the walls and pink carpet.
Nice.
The ranch, which is now on sale for £146,000, is believed to have shut its doors in the 90s and used to advertise its services in towns around on the border of California. Oh, so they tried to get people to come over from the border. Well, there you go. There's not much more to the story. I don't get the untouched part. It looks like somebody's touched the fuck out of that place. It looks like an old used hooker. Oh no. Oh no. Frosted. Frosted, go sit in the corner. I caught my girlfriend getting pleasured by her dog.
Oh no.
Wait, it gets better.
Oh.
Right underneath that it says, and I'm not making this up, woof.
Oh. Why, God? Why?
Dear, how to do it.
Oh, how?
I saw.
Is this becoming an urban legend or what?
This is in the advice column here.
Yeah.
I saw my girlfriend of 6 months being.
6 months.
I'm sorry. I saw my girlfriend of 6 months being orally pleasured by her neutered male dog. She doesn't know I saw her. I don't know what to make of this. We both came from fairly conservative backgrounds and have limited sexual experience. I can't imagine discussing this with her, but I can't get the image out of my head. I really like this woman, and one side of me wants to say it's no big deal, just another way to masturbate. If there's someone or something alive involved, it's not masturbating. Sorry. Yeah. But this is bestiality, right? Isn't it technically illegal or at least immoral? I keep wondering, isn't it technically illegal? Yes, sir, it is. I keep wondering what she's thinking while we're having sex, and my appetite for oral is now nil.
I bet.
Does she put peanut butter on before you go down on her?
Dude, you beat me to the peanut butter joke. Like, she's running out of Jeff.
This is sad because we had been communicating well about sex, a first for me. I can't talk about it to friends like I usually would, so I ask you, how weird is this? What would you do?
Dump her.
Yeah,
Move the fuck on.
dump her.
Goodbye.
She is fucked up.
How good are those blowjobs, man?
Mm.
Let's see. What you describe, doggone it, is bestiality. Any sexual activity with an animal that is invited or facilitated by a human is bestiality. Check. Robert taking it on himself to hump your leg doesn't qualify. It is illegal in most states, and they actually have a link there, I'm guessing, to where you can find out if your state qualifies. Though somewhat counterintuitively, possession of pornography that features, I don't care about this. I want to know what you want. Where does he tell her what to do?
Yeah, where's the advice part of the advice column?
I understand your desire to write this off and think bestiality, just another way to masturbate, would be catchy, if untrue, slogan for animal lovers. Well, I suppose it's conceivable that one could enjoy feeling blah, blah, blah. What are you... Getting eaten out by a dog is a choice. In fact, if she were sexually attracted to the dog, the troubling thing would be less her urge than her execution.
What?
I'm sorry, what was that? I need to read that again. In fact, if she were sexually attracted to the dog, the troubling thing would be less her urge than her execution of it.
No, the urge is also troubling. What?
Wait, well, hold on.
Yeah.
Because now we need to know, what is the acceptable way to receive sexual pleasure from your dog if, in fact, you are in love with them?
Yeah, okay. Zoophilia is not an uncommon fetish, though I would say it isn't I wouldn't say it's widely practiced. You can decide whether that fits your definition of weird. What? If it doesn't fit your definition of weird, you're fucking weird.
Why is the author hedging on this?
Yeah, like hard.
What? Why?
Maybe they don't want to defend. Maybe they don't want to offend their dog.
Her behavior is well within the reasonable boundaries of deal breakers. There you go. You finally said it.
Okay.
Is this someone you want as a sex partner, a life partner, want to share your girlfriend with a dog? That seems rough. Fuck you. Fuck you. Only 6 months into things, be happy you discovered this now while it's still early. Wow. You know, that's all it should have said. Right at the beginning. That last paragraph is all it should have said in here.
Yeah. What was all that preamble and like hedging around the issue? That was so bizarre.
Yeah, it was like he didn't want to offend the girlfriend.
I feel like this person who wrote the response asked their dog first. To help them out with the response.
I don't understand why it wasn't just, dump her.
Yeah.
Look, zoophilia, I mean, it's not that unusual. I mean, if it's kind of weird. The question of the hour was, I caught my girlfriend with her dog going down on her. What should I do? Run.
Yeah.
It's a one-word
police.
Throw her a bone. Stop it, Keever.
Or buy that bitch a dildo, man. Like she needs help.
I got a feeling, man.
I just don't understand. I do not understand. Okay, this one. For some reason, it didn't come up as an actual link. Colleen, is this the same story from before? Or is this more? Bologna smugglers caught at the border. We went over this, didn't we?
Say what now?
Did we?
We must have done it on Monkey in the Morning.
That could be, yeah.
And maybe this is new because this is New York. Border Patrol agents have seized 590 pounds of smuggled bologna and cold cuts in Texas in 2 different incidents. Yeah, I think this is this. I mean, this is only from 3 days ago, but this sounds like the same shit. So apparently there's a lot of bologna. Why is there so much bologna smuggling at the border?
People are starving because of COVID.
The first incident took place on May 13th at the I can't say that port of entry. A driver of a GMCA Acadia arrived from Mexico. The driver initially did not declare any agriculture/food items during the primary inspection. The vehicle was referred to the secondary inspection area where 35 rolls of pork bologna and 9 rolls of pork poultry cold cuts, 99 pounds worth, were okay. The pork bologna was 350 pounds. The other was 99 pounds. Were found in the back seat and cargo area of the SUV, covered by blankets and other items. The other incident happened the following day at the Bridge of the Americas. The driver of a Toyota Sienna arrived from Mexico and did not declare any goods. The inspection showed 14 rolls of bologna, 141 pounds, mixed with clothes in the rear storage area. The meats in both incidents were destroyed by agents. People are prohibited from bringing meats because they may be made from pork or poultry that have the potential to introduce foreign animal disease into the U.S. So why did they take them? Go give them to Mexicans. It came from there, right?
Yeah.
It's not like they got an overabundance of resources. Go throw them to some poor kids down in Tijuana.
Oh, jeez.
What is this? This one comes to us from Mercy of Wits. World's fastest internet speeds, download speeds 1 million times faster than current broadband. Holy shit. I will never get that in my lifetime where I live. Thank you, Pincalo, who says deli meat and cheese are a huge smuggling issue. That's weird. It's just weird to me. Why are people smuggling bologna? Anyway, researchers in Australia have achieved a world record internet speed of 44.2 terabits per second, allowing users to download 1,000 HD movies in a single second.
Holy shit.
That's incredible. Hang on just a moment here. A team from Monash Swinburne and RMIT universities used a microcomb optical chip containing hundreds of infrared lasers to transfer data across existing communication infrastructure in Melbourne. The highest commercial speed in the world is currently in Singapore, where the average download speed is 197.3 megabits per second. In Australia, the average download speed is 44.3 megabits, 1 million times slower than the speeds achieved in the latest test. They don't say much more about it. I mean, other than they're testing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
The availability of that, though, if they're using lasers to try to get it across landlines and such, that would be a pain in the ass. Don't lasers have to be pretty much straight, or at least have a mirror pointing them the next way?
Right.
Yeah. So it's neat, and it's something that's cool, and then something to look forward to. But all right. This one comes from Peter Stewart. Shot through the heart. Loon fatally stabs bald eagle in defense of chicks.
Oh.
In a never-before-documented fatal clash between a bald eagle and a loon protecting its chicks, Canada's loony mascot stabbed America's national bird through the heart.
Ooh. Damn.
It's a wildlife first, according to Courtney Moulton of the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife. Moulton wrote in a blog post titled "Bald Eagle Shot Through the Heart by a Loon" about an incident this month, saying it excited loon researchers who had never before documented a loon killing an eagle, but plenty of the inverse.
Oh.
After the dead bald eagle was found floating face down in Highland Lake in Maine last summer near a dead loon chick. Moulton was intrigued, she wrote, adding that a woman nearby in the cabin said she heard a hullabaloo the night before, consistent with agitated loons. When the x-ray returned no evidence of a bullet, but an external exam revealed a puncture wound, researchers sent the bald eagle to the National Wildlife Health Center in Wisconsin. The puncture wound could have been due to an adult loon's beak as a result of its attempt to protect its chicks from the eagle. So nobody saw it, but apparently.
Shouldn't it have been a hullaballoon?
Yes, but it wasn't.
Oh.
It was a hullabaloo.
All right.
So that was a speculative story?
Well, not exactly. I mean, I suppose if there's another beak that matches the wound itself, it's much like, they know it wasn't shot, which is what they assumed at first because people like to kill our bald eagles. But instead, no, it was the puncture wound matches the beak of a loon.
Oh, wow.
And there was a dead loon baby around, so makes sense. Leave my babies alone.
How dare you?
I'm Indigo Montoya. Oh God. Terry, what is this? 11 ways. This is from Terry Diamanis. Load up, damn it. I need that Australian internet they just invented.
Sure.
11 ways men can make sure sexism persists in a remote workplace.
Oh, good. I need some tips. Oh, wait.
Just because we're not in the office doesn't mean Dave can't still call us or still can't call his 34-year-old assistant a girl.
Oh, for crying out loud.
That's sexism now? That's all it takes?
Oh, yeah.
Nope, that's it.
If you're talking about the boys, that's not sexist. But if you talk about the girl, that's sexist.
Yeah, girls can't take that kind of insult.
And women are not fragile.
No, they're strong and powerful, man.
No, just making sure.
Brave.
I see birthday cakes. Why am I seeing birthday cakes?
Somebody's birthday.
Happy birthday,
Lucifer's
Lucifer.
birthday. Lucifer, it's your birthday, and around here we do this and a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Satan.
Happy
Hail Satan.
Happy birthday,
Dear Satan.
I hope you had a good one.
Birthday.
happy
To you.
Happy birthday, Lucifer. I hope you had a great one. George says, my oldest son is 12 today. Can you please sing to Jacob Bear and not like Monroe?
Oh, not like Monroe? Okay.
Monroe. All right, so let's do this one real quick, and then we'll get back to the stories. Jacob Bear, it's your birthday, 12. Oh, man, good time. Time of your life is coming up, my friend. Get ready for it. This one's for you. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy
birthday.
Happy birthday, dear Jacob Bear.
Are you really a bear?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, folks. I hope you have great ones and or had a great one and many more. Now we have to get back to this stupid stuff. I was going to use a different word, but just in case Jacob's still listening. Jacob, go away now. Love you, but go away now. Because I'm about to use bad words. Okay. Back to the stupid shit. You've been working from home for a few weeks now, and you're finally getting into the swing of things. For example, you've timed your snack breaks to coincide with your pee breaks. This is easy. Just snack every time you pee. And your apartment has never been cleaner. It's still a mess, but at least all the remnants of the Great Burrito Incident of 2017 are finally gone.
What? How did they know? Oh,
apparently this wasn't a Taco Bell burrito because that's a whole different incident. One thing feels like it's missing, though. Oh, right. Office sexism. It's been weeks since you've made a woman feel less than simply for coming into the office, and that's a drag. Don't worry. Here we offer a quick guide to make your problematic office behavior something you can do from remote stations. Number 1, install a button on Zoom specifically for speaking over women.
Oh, this is satire.
Satire.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Number 2, zoom in on a woman's chest when she's speaking in the video call.
Dude.
You know what? I'm going to throw this into chat because there's more to this. They go deeper into it. Like on the first one, they say this doesn't exist yet, but I'm sure there's an engineer out there working on it. Number 3, start an email to a group of all women with "Hey girls." Number 4, ask a coworker about her dating/sex life in a video call, and then strategically have your Wi-Fi go out when she gets mad. That one's actually funny.
Jesus.
I would do that. 5, record exactly what women say in Zoom meetings so you can steal ideas with even more accuracy.
Oh, Jesus.
Number 6, disparage your wife virtually if she ever comes into view on the video conference. Number 7, type the cherry emoji into the stream Slack channel.
Why?
Type the eggplant emoji into the Steam Slack channel. Create a Slack channel called Boobs. Joke about leaning in, or how leaning in could spread coronavirus. And 11, continue to make more money than your female counterparts. You're so funny, Miss Ginny Hogan.
Gosh, she should take that show on the road.
Ginny Smart.
Smart.
Schmert. Oh, dear God, that was stupid.
She sounds exactly not like a totally bitchy person who you would just not want to see whenever you go to work.
Is she a graduate from the Hannah Gatsby School of Comedy?
I'm not sure.
She studied bitchonomics.
Bitchonomics.
Robin sent in quite a few, and I'm not going to read them all, but I do want to read the headline of this one. No, NASA didn't find a parallel universe where time runs backwards.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
No, they're lying. It's a government cover-up.
I feel like that's something I said at the time. Anyhow, okay, this one comes from Ramen Lewis. Back to the Future writer asks Universal to destroy censored version of sequel.
Yeah, I've seen some video comparisons of that, and it's so bizarre. It's like, why would you remove, of all the things you would remove from Back to the Future, why would you take that bit out? It's so
What did
weird.
they take out?
So there's the one scene that I remember distinctly is there's a point at which he's looking for the almanac in Back to the Future 2, right? And he thinks that he's found it in the trash can. He picks it up, he opens it up, and he finds that it's just the cover of the magazine over an issue of something called Ooh La La, right? Which is like, you know, the porno of the era or something. Anyway, so in the original, he opens it up, you see the cover of the magazine Ooh La La, and then he starts in bewilderment going, ooh la la, ooh la la. He's all upset and like shocked and everything. But in the edited version, they take out the bit where the camera shows the cover of the real magazine, and it's just Marty stumbling backwards saying ooh la la. So there's no context as to why he's saying what he's saying, but they took that bit out for inexplicable reasons, I guess.
Okay. Bob Gale says neither he nor director Robert Zemeckis knew the Netflix streaming version existed.
Yeah.
Bob Gale is asking fans not to be too hard on Netflix for a censored version of Back to the Future Part 2, which was streaming for a short while. Fans of the series were irate when they discovered a tiny portion of the 1989 sequel was changed poorly. It has since been replaced with the standard version. The alteration happens when Marty finds the Ooh La La magazine within the Sports Almanac dust cover. The moment was cut short, the cover of the magazine edited out.
And there's nothing on the cover. I mean, as far as I know, it's not ridiculously explicit or something, so I'm not even sure what it was they were protecting people from or whatever.
Fair enough. Gale, the screenwriter of the beloved trilogy, explained what happened and why it's not Netflix's fault. The blame is on Universal, who somehow furnished Netflix an edited version of the movie. I learned about it some 10 days ago from an eagle-eyed fan and had the studio rectify the error. The version now running is the uncensored, unedited original version. He continued, apparently this was a foreign version which neither director Zemeckis nor I knew existed. For some country that had a problem with the Ooh La La magazine cover. Oh, okay.
Huh.
I asked that the studio destroy this version. FYI, Netflix does not edit films. They only run the versions that are supplied to them. So they're blameless. You can direct your ire at Universal, but I think they will be a lot more careful in the future and with the future. Well played, sir. Well played. Over on the Streamy Labs, thank you, Kevin, who says, Lindsey Graham and about 20 Republicans passed an act to not only read your email, but can alter your letters this month. Now, YouTube requires me to self-dox to comment in political-based streams. I cannot chat unless I go to a Google website. What? I'm not familiar with what you're talking about, sir.
Yeah, I'm very confused.
How were you chatting before except for going through YouTube, which is a Google site? But I'm not trying to be a jackass here. I'm just curious what the difference is.
Where do they ask for your personal information to comment in a political? I must have missed that part.
But as for what they're talking about there with the Back to the Future article, that's not uncommon that another version of a film with minor alterations that you might not even notice or, give it out in like Canada because they're a bunch of pussies.
Right.
Sorry, Canada. You kind of are. In the first one, they took out Marty fingering his mom. Judge Death, we're not allowed to talk about that on this channel. Well, on this show. We don't talk about that on this show. Hit me up on Monkey in the Morning. We'll discuss what they took out there. Let's see. We got time for a couple more. That is a video. Remember, guys, we can't watch the videos. We always do this live. We don't, go into Monkey in the Morning or MSS News hashtags before we're live. So if you send us videos, chances are we're not going to see them. I'm not trying to be mean there. Just heads up. This one comes from the original Shroom. Oh shit, I'm not gonna be able to read it, bud. Sorry, I do not have a subscription to the Wall Street Journal.
I hate that.
Yeah,
that's annoying.
I must have read an article sometime this year from them. This one comes from Mr. Scott. Pharmacist arrested in plot to firebomb a rival to sell more drugs on the dark web.
What?
There's a lot to that headline.
There is. Wow.
Holy shit. The list of supplies needed to rob and blow up the pharmacist's competition was tucked in a black leather-bound notebook, prosecutors say. What? Face mask, duffel bag, a rental car, a canister of gasoline, and at least 4 firearms. Jesus. For more than a year, the pharmacist Hiram T. Wilson had been illegally selling prescription opioids from his shop, Hiram's Family Value Pharmacy. I'm sorry.
What?
In Auburn, Nebraska, on the dark web, according to federal prosecutors. But he needed more drugs to keep the illegal side business going. So Mr. Wilson, 41, and a drug dealer who had been helping him run the illegal business hatched a plan to steal opioids from a rival pharmacy in town and then firebomb it to cripple the business.
Jesus Christ.
He hooked up. Okay, I want to read the name of his plan. Hiram's Family Value Pharmacy.
Yeah.
He hooked up with a drug dealer to firebomb the competition that they were going to rob.
Classy.
I feel like there's stuff he missed in that whole thing. Terry, thank you so much. Does opening the Wall Street Journal in an incognito tab work? That's how I get around the limit on other sites. Possibly. I'd never do that though.
Yeah, it's not as reliable now as it used to be because incognito mode they've been able to defeat that now in a lot of cases.
I that story you read sounds like you were explaining to me a mission on Grand Theft Auto.
No shit, right? On Friday, Mr. Hiram was arrested and charged by federal prosecutors. I thought Hiram was his first name.
I don't
know. Charged by federal prosecutors in Virginia with conspiracy to distribute controlled substances, conspiracy to use fire and explosives, including Molotov cocktails, and possession of firearms. In an affidavit that was that detailed the plot, prosecutors said he planned to firebomb the William Anderson Bergamy IV, a drug dealer.
What the hell?
Oh, with him, who had been illegally selling the prescription medication online for Mr. Wilson. The side trade was going well, but Mr. Wilson had hit the limit for how much medication he could order for his pharmacy. He needed more volume. Wait, I thought, okay, I know doctors, they track what they send out. They don't track what the pharmacies send out?
Well, not directly. I mean, the pharmacies usually, it's just usually a third party instance. So they, there might be a record at the pharmacy, but I don't know if the doctor then keeps a record of what the pharmacy does or doesn't do.
All right. Seems like that's the way to get into it if you want to go the dark web route.
Yeah.
There's more to this story, but basically, that's the long and short of it. They were selling drugs, ran out. We're going to steal it from another one and firebomb his place to make sure he couldn't compete.
Oh, brilliant.
I feel like you guys had two different clienteles.
Sounds about right.
Monkey, it's my mom's birthday today. Can you sing to her? Her name's Michelle, please. Yes, Talik. Michelle, if you're out there, this one's for you, sweetheart. How tall is your mom?
Oh, God.
What? She got dark hair. How old is she? If she's like, what?
Nothing.
Some women like to be hit on, Scribe.
That's right.
Oh, I know. I don't know.
Do we
if
know her
Talik,
cup size?
I don't know if Talik appreciates you hitting on his mom or her mom. Anyway.
Oh, is that where the objection comes in?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Michelle, this one's for you. And a 1 and a 2.
Happy birthday
to
you.
Such a sleepy.
Happy birthday to you.
So very sleepy.
Happy
birthday,
Michelle.
Michelle.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Michelle.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Michelle. I hope you have a great one. I really do. All right. That's going to wrap up MS's news. Look, I made it most of the time without screwing anything up. I feel like that's my one mulligan.
You get a gold star on your forehead, Monkey.
Thank you. Put it right there where it hurts. We're going to move on to the YouTube news. And Satsu, what you been up to, man?
I did a stream today. I played some Streets of Rage 4 and I actually ended up beating the game on stream and unlocking as you play through the game, Monkey, you unlock all the old characters and you unlock them based on game. So the first 3 characters you unlock are the original 3 Streets of Rage characters, and then I got Max, and I just unlocked Axel 2.0, basically the version of him in 2, and I'm really enjoying it. It's fun. It's a good time. I alternate. I'll play on my computer sometimes when I'm in here, or I'll pop on my Switch if I'm in the other room. It's a good game. I've been having fun. So if you haven't seen the stream, then I guess go check it out if that's something you give a shit about. Otherwise, we're probably gonna be streaming. Like I've never skipped a weekend. Like we always do weekends or whatever. But I am so freaking utterly and completely exhausted right now. Today was like my first day testing out the treadmill or whatever, and I didn't nap at all today. So my body is like, dude. So we'll see. I'm holding on. I'll let you know.
Kevin says, Monkey, I sent you an additional Streamlabs. Yeah, I saw it, but I was just waiting for Satsu to finish there. Kevin says that Only hardcore political streams do I have to do my sign in to Google to alert that a person with a bad social credit score wants to comment. Oh, thank you for the donation. And I haven't seen or heard anything about that. That's weird.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. And Michelle said, thank you, guys. So you're welcome, sweetheart. I really do hope you had a great birthday. Scribbles, what you been up to?
Well, I did a TEDx today with Blind Press. It was another person who was trying to convince people of the incorrectness of how, quote unquote, society views people with disabilities.
I was curious about this, but didn't get to see it. Can you, without giving away your stream, can you go into it just a little bit?
So it's kind of difficult to describe because in some instances she was saying things that weren't unreasonable. But the gist seemed to be that she grew up with family members who had hearing difficulties. Okay. And she witnessed certain instances, again, if you take her at her word, and I'll for the sake of argument, I will, instances where her family members were disrespected or mistreated in some fashion as a result of having these hearing difficulties. And so she grew up with a notion that that's how people treat people with disabilities. And then she went to college and had certain social theories thrown at her that helped to reaffirm her preconceived notions and inherent bias, let's say, that sound all academic in some ways, but are just sound kind of gobbledygook, at least as far as I can tell. It was kind of confusing. And I know that Angela Arriaga has left some comments on the video going into depth on something. She obviously knows something about it. I didn't get a chance to read those before the show started. But essentially, what I drew from it was the person who has the disability, their disability and how they handle it as an individual is irrelevant because society is inherently oppressing them, and the environment is structured to inherently obstruct them. And so they have no ability to either speak for themselves or address the issues or attempt to have them fixed. And as well, she was like ignoring the fact that there's federal law that sort of requires places to take those things into account and not discriminate, et cetera. And it was a big mismatch of stuff. And I'm not quite sure she knew what she was talking about at times, or she was trying to balance in her head her personal experiences and her education along with the facts of the evolution of society and law over the last 40 years. I'm sorry for the long-winded thing, but it really isn't a straight line in this one. So you just have to listen to it. And Blind Press, she has a lot of really good insight and stories that are related to some of the things the lady brought up that honestly I was quite shocked by when a blind person is in a maternity ward and what happens there. I won't give away the story, but I was like, really? Wow. So there you go.
Architect of Fate, thank you so much. If you're having any problems accessing content behind paywalls or region barriers, please look into the Onion browser or Tor. It makes everything easier. I'm sorry, and Tor. I'm not that interested. I got to be honest. I know that people are, so there's some information for people, but I'm, it's not something I do. I'm very set in my ways. Once I had to switch to, I only switched to Chrome because I had to. I put up with Firefox's shit for a long time.
Me too.
Irate Prostate, what you been working on, man?
Sorry.
You broke him, monkey. You broke him.
He broke me. I've been gathering. I got a clip show I usually do on Friday nights. Didn't do it last night, but working on that. Got a interview tomorrow, and doing a thing called Hot Takes with Big Fat Brian again. But the interview tomorrow is with Becca Fairley. Shit, I can't ever say her name right. But
our very own Becca, guys.
Yes, that's right. And I'm really excited to do it because she's been so good and so sweet to be putting, to retweet, my links and stuff to my content, and I always like to return the favor. She's new and exciting, so it should be a fun time. I'm very excited about it.
Now, when you say she's new and exciting, you mean her show that she's been doing?
Yeah, well, yes, and we're going to get into that a little bit, but yeah, she just started doing a show, and so that's usually when people get to that level is usually when I want to pick them up and talk to them and stuff. I love new people. I love people. I just love people.
Becca says it's Fairly. I'm never going to say it. I'm just calling you Becca.
Miss Fairly.
It's easier to just say Becca.
She's Fairly Becca.
I can pronounce Becca. There's no question about how that's said. Could be BK. Right.
Yeah, and Thursday, Brian and I are going to be looking at a series called Devs. This heady science fiction series, which is deep. I mean, it gets really deep about quantum realities and shit, multiverse concept and simulation theory.
Do you have to be high to watch that one?
It helps, man. I recommend it.
What time is your interview tomorrow?
It's all right. 5 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 Central and 2 Pacific.
Gotcha. All right. Let's see. I did a monkey in the morning, I think. Did I do one last night, guys? Somebody help me out because I've hit my head a few times today. I want to say yes.
I think so.
But for the love of fuck, I can't. Oh, yeah, it was about the Biden stuff. Yeah. We talked about that and how there's no fucking way you can call this a gaffe. They need to stop saying that word because that's not what it was. It was Biden going, I thought we were allowed to say that. But yeah, so check that out. And then we did our game stream last night where we finally nuked something, guys. We were able to blow some shit up.
How was that?
It was fun. The mission to get down there, oh dear God, they just throw enemy after enemy after enemy at you until you finally get to where you can launch it. Then you launch it and you go kill even more enemies. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Oh yes, Sinatra and Adindra were on the show last night. They came in about halfway through and they behaved themselves, even though they may have been drinking.
Sure.
Yeah, it was actually a good show. Let's see. That moves us on to Humpatry. Satsu, you got any Humpatry?
I didn't spend a whole lot of time on the internet. Let me see here. Hopping over to the Facebook because that's where the magic happens. Everything's been happening over on Facebook for some reason. Let's see here. So there was a post that came out that said normalize men wearing jewelry, normalize men wearing crop tops, normalize men painting their nails, normalize men having emotions because men don't have emotions, normalize men wanting to show them, and normalize men wanting to get flowers. And then the last one says normalize men being fucking humans. And
what?
Wait, why can't we normalize women not wanting flowers so that they're human?
I don't know.
Let me get this. Kevin Duggan, thank you. For me, the message board will be blocked with a YouTube community guideline full preventing me from chatting. Yeah, I haven't heard of that. Tweet Susan. She likes when you do that.
Is that happening with this stream?
I don't know. Is that happening here, Kevin? And I feel you don't have to donate. The only way he's been able to talk apparently is through Streamlabs, but hit me up on Twitter, man. Anyway, I'm sorry, Satsu. Normalize men being women.
Yeah, well, being an asshole, but remember, men, you're only human if you're basically a woman.
Yeah.
And some people took issue with that because that's not technically what this thing is saying, but
yeah, it is.
If you're being not charitable. Like, I get what they're saying. I get what they're trying to say, but it's coming off that way to people who want to use it that way. But I don't think that's what they meant by it. But that's what I posted.
But that's what. Look, they used a whole bunch of female generalities there.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what they're saying. They're just not smart enough to realize that's what they're saying. What they're saying there is that men aren't human. If you don't like getting flowers, you're not human.
Yeah, it's the usual shit. What do you expect?
Yes, Faithless, I agree. They don't deserve charity. Not in these instances. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of only women are human. Men are broken women. That's what we are. Fuck you. No, we're not. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take over your thing by getting angry.
No problem. We got some more apologetics for the Biden thing. This post says Trump is super racist. His campaign and his appeal is built on the perpetuation of white supremacy and white privilege. He stokes white fragility. When a black person supports him, I question their relationship to blackness and the community. This is what Biden was alluding to.
So it's a little similar to what that professor guy was saying, sort of.
Well, I did notice every article that I read about this yesterday, every single fucking one had to bring up Trump.
Yes.
And not just the fact that Biden said that, but no, Trump is a fucking racist. Yeah, it's odd. You know what? None of them brought up how clean Obama was. Not a single fucking one brought that up. I was actually surprised to see that in the article you read earlier, Scribe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you know those dirty Negroes. I was actually shocked at how clean Obama was. Anyway,
yeah.
Did you guys see the video of what's her fucking name? The press secretary.
Oh, Kayleigh
McEnroe.
Did y'all see her fucking drop an atomic bomb on the fucking reporters in her last one she did?
It was really good.
Oh my god, dude!
I missed it.
I was standing up at the end of that shit, like, oh shit, dude.
The slideshow,
dude. She went off on them, and it was oh my god, it was impressive. And walked off that bitch like she owned it. Like, fuck y'all. Like, ooh, that was rough. And you can see it, dude. I wish they could have showed the view of that room from the other direction. Holy shit. Yeah, watch that when you get a chance, because good lord, I was like, oh my god, I have never seen anybody do that before.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It was intense.
She killed it. I also saw this video. Well, not video. It's a meme, I guess. Well, it wasn't even really a meme. This is somebody's actual post that was over on Twitter. It says, "Seeing white people be confident in their physical appearance makes me so fucking angry."
What?
It says, "Of course you like what you look like. You're a fucking white supremacist."
Wow.
What?
Good to know.
And I'm just like, what? That okay. I didn't really know what to say about that. I just posted it and was like, all right. So yeah, that's my fucking treat for the day.
All right, Scribbles, what you got?
I don't really have anything, honestly. I was busy doing other things all day. I was cleaning my apartment and then did the TEDx talk, so wasn't really paying attention to Twitter all that much.
Kevin Duggan, thank you again. Only in hardcore political streams am I blocked, not in Monkey's chat. All right. Yeah, not in Monkey's channel am I blocked. Okay. What's a hard
yeah
to ask?
Is that like the Young Turks or something? I mean, like designated political?
Saoirse, it's Saoirse. Men aren't broken women. We are just dicked. I've been on this for a while. We're not broken women, and I'm tired of that shit. I really, really am. But hi, thank you for the donation. Irie Prostate, any humpetry?
Oh yeah, man. I don't know. Twitter is like I don't really know how to do the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? If I look at some of the drama that's going on and stuff, and there's all kinds of drama on Discord and shit. Oh fuck. But that's pretty much it. It's like nothing that I'm involved in or anything. I'm trying to stay out of that shit, man. After Scooby, it was a little, a little too much there. So.
All right. That leads to me. So, Alyssa Milano made a tweet today, you guys. She said, "Show me your masks. Masks keep people safe and healthy. Show me yours. Ready, go. # wear a mask." And it's a picture of her and her family. And in the picture, her husband is wearing the actual 95 mask. Her children are each wearing cloth masks that have been made for him. And she's wearing a crocheted mask.
Which is ridiculous.
She then gets mad because everybody gave her a bunch of shit about her wearing a crocheted mask. And she said this, "Assholes, mask has a carbon filter in it. So yes, it might be crocheted, but totally safe." And she links to the carbon filter. Here's the thing. If you zoom in on that, you can see her left fucking nostril. I don't care about your carbon filter when I can see your fucking nostril. And that's not exactly how carbon filters work, sweetheart. Just sticking it in a mask only matters if everything you're breathing in and out is going through that filter.
Oh, monkey.
What's
I
up?
just remembered I had one more, and this one's quick because it's just a statement.
Oh, go ahead.
Somebody said, "Post your worst first date in the chat." So we could talk about it. What's the worst date you've ever been on? And this chick says, "My worst date will always be where I paid for the cinema ticket and the snacks, and my date reached out for the change from the cashier and put it in his pocket."
Nice. Good for him.
And I was just like, bro,
Dude.
you better be lucky she ain't just walking that motherfucker without you.
Sticking to Alyssa Milano, this guy tweeted this out not long ago. "So, MAGA cultists are attacking Alyssa Milano for crocheting her own mask, calling her irresponsible while they protest against pandemic safety measures with swastikas and guns in hand, call the pandemic a hoax, and worship an idiot who refuses to wear a mask. Shut the fuck up." Here's the thing. People who aren't wearing masks and say you don't need a mask, it's not hypocritical for them to go, "You don't need a mask," or for them to wear a mask that's crocheted because they think it doesn't do anything.
Not only that, I can almost guarantee, I'd be willing to bet a very large sum of money that the people bitching at Alyssa Milano about the type of mask she's wearing aren't people who don't think you should be wearing masks. I'm almost certain.
I don't know if we should be wearing masks because the medical community seems split on it.
They and that's the thing. Listen to scientists. I'm like, well, this scientist said you shouldn't be wearing masks. As a matter of fact, they literally said stop buying them.
Yeah.
But not that scientist. It's like, but listen to scientists. They know what they're talking about. Unless they say something I don't agree with, then fuck them. It's like, oh, okay. Is that how that works? Cool.
Well, what if they're shitty scientists?
No,
well,
nobody ever takes that into consideration.
Well, hold on. They didn't say listen to not shitty scientists. They said listen to scientists. Yes. Period.
But when she's saying masks keep people safe and healthy, and she's not wearing one that would qualify as a safe mask in literally any circumstance, it's okay to point out she's a moron.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying. I'm almost certain that a good chunk of those people are like the mask fanatics that are like demanding that everybody wear one, not the people who are advocating to not wear them at all. Like I'm quite sure they don't give a fuck about your ineffective mask.
Real quick, I do see you, Kevin. I'm just not really paying attention to chat at the moment as I'm reading stuff off my Twitter. We'll get to chat time here in just a second. I have a few more things I have to go over, including the title of the stream we have to go over. Amazon hit back at Joe Biden yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Biden's been out there. Well, let's read his tweet, shall we? His tweet says, "I've said it before and I'll say it again. No company pulling in billions of dollars in profit should pay a lower tax rate than firefighters and teachers. It's time for Amazon to pay its fair share." Amazon actually struck back to say, "Joe Biden, we pay every cent owed. You spent 3 decades in the Senate and know that Congress wrote these tax laws to encourage companies to invest in the U.S. economy. We have 500,000 jobs with minimum wage of $15 an hour across 40 states. Assume your complaint is with the tax code, not Amazon." You know what? They're right. Except for they shouldn't say assume your complaint. It should say your complaint is with the tax code. Your complaint is with your colleagues. You helped write these laws.
Yep.
So if you got a problem with it, Joe, I love how many of these people, especially as they were running for president, came out after the tax laws. Except for they never said it that way. They never came out against the tax laws. They came out against companies. And Amazon being their favorite target. Amazon's not paying enough taxes. Are you suggesting they're engaging in tax fraud? Because otherwise they're paying exactly what you guys told them they have to pay.
Yep.
That's the part that always kills me too. It's just like, y'all make the laws. Like I don't understand how people are falling for this shit. Like when like state reps blame the president for shit that it's like, oh, we're opening up too early. What's going on? And the dude's like, oh, it's Trump's fault. I don't just like you signed the paper. you made the call. Like what do you mean?
We're going to move to just some real stupid real quick. Alinity had a little video that clip that was doing the rounds yesterday.
Oh, God.
In it, she says, for a guy to be interested in another girl, that's just cheating. For a girl who's in a relationship to be interested in another guy, that means she's not getting what she needs at home, and that's okay.
Huh.
Yeah. Dudes only do it to cheat, and when girls do it, it's not their fault, you guys. Not their fault. Unless it's with their pug. Let's see, where are we? I want to save that one for last, so I need to find the one, this one. Jeff Sessions and Donald Trump have been in a Twitter argument today. Have you guys seen this?
No.
Donald Trump has come out in favor of whoever's running against Sessions. Sessions is running to try to pick or to get his seat back there in Alabama.
Yeah, Doug Jones has it.
And yeah, they've been fighting on Twitter. It's Jeff, you had your chance and blew it. Recused yourself on day one. You never told me of a problem and ran for the hills. You had no courage and ruined many lives. The dirty cops and others got caught by better and stronger people than you. And he goes on. It's fun to watch, you guys. There's not a whole lot to it other than the fact that these two idiots are having a slap fight on Twitter. One is the president of the United States and the other one wants to be a senator. And it was just amazing to me that I was watching this on Twitter.
Modern times.
It was, it's like high school. It's really bad. And look, I don't give a fuck. They can go after each other. I think they can both be idiots, especially on Twitter. But wow. Usually this is the kind of thing you'll see in the press. So it's kind of nice to see it out there in the open where we can all read it and we know what's going on rather than sources say Jeff Sessions is upset with the president, you know? There's no third party telling us what was actually said, but it's kind of surreal to watch. That's what the title's about, guys. I was watching this for quite a while just reading through each one that was coming in, and I dropped the link to I don't remember which one I dropped the link to, but just check out both of their Twitters to find the whole argument. It's fucking weird, and that's all right. Nobody across the world is looking to see how you guys are behaving. You know, no other world leaders are like, is this fucking guy real? The one I really wanted to get to, though, where is it? Right here. You guys know who Kirsten Gillibrand is, right?
Yes.
Kirsten Gillibrand, you guys who don't know, is a senator who helped get Al Franken pushed out of the Senate for Me Too stuff.
Well, didn't that happen before Me Too, or was that around the same time? I forget.
Same time. She was one of the she was pushing, hey, we can't be for this and have somebody like this guy in there with us. She was the one that pushed it.
Okay.
Quite proudly, actually. She also ran for president and was one of the first people who dropped out because she's desperately in love with Joe Biden. Well, she was asked about the differences between Kavanaugh and Joe Biden and what's going on with Joe Biden. This is her answer. There were multiple allegations against Brett Kavanaugh in various circumstances. Not only Dr. Blasey Ford's allegations, but several from his college days. There was a similarity in multiple allegations against him. Where is it? She told Dawson, who hosts a program called Connections. And he had a terrible record on supporting women, and I opposed him based on his actual record, and I did not believe his statements, and so I think they're very different. Also, Brett Kavanaugh was a Supreme Court justice nominee for a lifetime appointment, and my responsibility was to vote up or down, and I voted against him on the merits of him not being qualified. Let's go back just a moment, because she said this. Where was that? Several from his college days. Not true. There was one from his college day. That was the Debbie chick who he supposedly pulled his dick out in front of.
Right.
It's funny watching these people, especially the ones who were so deeply involved, not be able to answer what should be very simple questions for them.
Yeah.
If you were strongly on the Me Too movement and you can't tell me why it's okay to support Joe Biden, especially when you're looking at the Kavanaugh things, because there are other allegations against Joe Biden. They're just all in the sniffing range, you know?
Right.
They're not all sexual assault allegations. Just like the Trump ones. They're not all sexual assault. It's sexual. He tried to kiss me kind of bullshit. Yeah, Skeptox, several. No. The I just didn't believe him. Based on what? What is so much more believable about Biden than Kavanaugh, other than you don't like what side of the fence he's on?
Well, I really like the whole. Well, he was really politically, politically fighting for women. So that was enough to call him a rapist. Like, oh, okay.
He was a judge. What'd you expect him to be doing? And didn't do anything for women. I mean, do you consider what Clinton did with women good? He was on the team that helped bring that shit to light for some of the women involved there to get some actual compensation. But no, Joe Biden, he talks really good, y'all. He talks a good fight about fighting against the sexism. Just ask Anita Hill. Anyway, that's all I have, which brings us on to YouTube. No, we just did that. Brings us on to, your time. Questions, comments, concerns, throw them into the chat. Now we'll do our best to answer them.
Questions.
Satsu, how you feeling? Are we going to cancel tonight?
No, I think I can handle it.
All right, there we go, guys. So we will be over on 2 Cents Plus in just a little bit doing some 76. Scribbles, what you got going on tomorrow?
Nothing.
All right.
My getting together with my sister is going to run into the schedule of doing tailed features things. So I don't have anything planned for tomorrow.
Gotcha. And Irate Prostate, when's your thing tomorrow?
Tomorrow at 5 p.m. excuse me, Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, and 2 p.m. Pacific. That's right.
And that will be you interviewing our very own Becca.
Becca Fairley. Yes, ma'am. Sir.
He just called me a ma'am.
I was
Motherfucker.
an imaginary woman in the room with me.
How dare you? These are man titties, thank you.
I bet mine are bigger anyway. So.
Oh God. Yeah, so check that out. I've been interviewed by you, and you know what? That is my favorite interview I've ever done.
I've done everybody in here.
Whoa.
My knees are so dirty.
To be fair, I was drunk.
I wasn't, but I needed the money. Let's see. Have you guys seen a rubber band lying around? There are marriages on the line. No, I apologize. I haven't.
I've got one.
Have y'all ever seen Jojo Rabbit? No.
Nope.
Is that the one with the little Hitler thing?
Hitler thing, yeah. I think so.
I've been told it's a good movie. That's the movie, yeah. Yeah, I've been told it's good, but I haven't seen it.
Yes, the dude that did the last Thor movie.
Yeah,
Ragnarok.
Yeah, Taika Waititi, I think is how you say his name.
If that lady had 3 nipples from 8 Mile, would she also have 3 pussies? What?
What?
You know nipples aren't on vaginas, right? Your name's Catherine, so I hope you know that.
8 Mile?
I'm guessing the movie 8 Mile.
I was thinking, but like 3 breasts was in Total Recall. But I haven't seen. I haven't seen 8 Mile so long. Maybe I forgot a character in there.
I have never seen 8 Mile. I am not a fan of Eminem, and his voice drives me nuts, so I couldn't watch him in a movie. I have heard of people with 3 nipples, but no, that would be on their breasts, not on the vagina. Lords of the Night, what are the 4 of you up to on Memorial Day? Nothing.
Working.
Satsu, what are you doing on Memorial Day?
The same thing I do every day, Pinky. Not a motherfucking thing.
Over on the Streamlabs, thank you again, Kevin, who says Joe Biden can have the White House dog as VP, a sniffing and licking duo in office. Ooh. I don't know if we've heard about him licking. We've heard about the sniffing stuff. I think you're thinking about that other story.
He tried to bite his wife's fingers off that one time.
That's
that
true.
was funny.
Still, you know, we talked about this at the time. Even with that being his wife, that was such a weird thing for him to do with everything being said.
Creepy.
Did you know just placing a period after .com and refreshing will let you read those articles 90% of the time? I did not.
Wow.
I kind of gave him a pass on that one, just a little bit. Like I was like, it's weird, but I slap my wife's ass every chance I get, and I don't think I'd be able to not do it, even if I was like running for president and on stage.
I'm very affectionate with my wife, and I get you there. But you know what, Satsu? I'm not going to be accused of being an ass slapper where they're like, "Yep, that proves he did it." You know, because I keep my hands to myself. His problem with that wasn't that he did it, because yes, it's his wife, no big deal. But with everything that had been said about him, all the videos we've seen about him and all this shit, that's not a good look, man. Lords of the Night, have you heard that the bird is the word? Yes, I have.
Often.
This is for Irate Prostate. Who wins Bama Auburn this year, or will it even happen?
Roll Tide, and it will happen.
There you go. $20 is $20. That's right, man. Especially when you need ramen. Scribe, was today's TED Excellence the longest one yet?
As far as the duration of the entire stream, I believe so, yes. But that's kind of the consequence of having a co-pilot and having a lot to say about it. So, yep. I try to keep them to about an hour if I can, but, it was double the observation, so double the time today.
Oh, excuse me. If the world is round, why are maps flat? just to confuse dumb people.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you were going to firebomb your competition, who would you hire?
Wait, my competition in what?
You know what I would say? I wouldn't hire a drug dealer.
Mm.
I feel like there's got to be better people for that. I feel like they're not reliable enough. They're fucking drug dealers.
Oh, how good of a drug dealer are they?
Well, hold on. Do they get high on their own supply?
That's a good question.
You can't trust them not to break the law.
What? Wait a minute. You're
Uh-huh.
firebombing somebody.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I want somebody trustworthy.
Not to
I'm
break
gonna
the
ask-
law?
You know what? I'm going to have Satsu help me out.
I'm a bad candidate for that one
Why?
because that would
No.
require me to leave the house.
You're working on the treadmill now. You'll be able to run. We'll be fine.
No, I've only mastered running in place. I can't. It don't work in the real world.
Should I ask Scribe if he's seen a typhoon?
A what?
I'm sure that's from when I said Scribe that day, and I don't remember what the typhoon part was. Sweet and sour or sweet and salty? Ooh. That's a good question, actually.
Sweet and sour, probably.
Wait, what happened? What was it? Sweet and sour and what?
Or sweet and salty.
Ooh.
Yeah. Irate?
Sweet and salty is my pick, big time.
Can I have both?
I like both, but
yeah,
I'm a little. Damn, I don't know.
I know, right? I would probably sweet and salty. I love sweet and sour. Don't get me wrong, but yeah.
I don't know, man. The sweet and sour.
There we go. All right. Oh, Lords, if any of you talk to Ghastly, congratulate him. He made $3,000 on tonight's stream. Cool. Good for him.
Good shit.
Ghastly, if you're around, because sometimes he listens in. Congratulations, my friend.
Congrats, bro.
By the way, Ghastly, I have a Streamlabs. Lords tonight, you are surrounded. It's your last stand. How do y'all go out? Any weapon, clothing, or music? No nukes. You know what? Cowboy style, wearing full cowboy garb, just 6 shooters. If you're going to go out with your being surrounded, the old 7 Spanish Angels song, that way. And there were 7 Spanish angels at the altar of the sun. Gentlemen, how you going out?
In a brothel with as many prostitutes as I can afford.
All right.
I need to know what the last stand situation is there. They're like, Scribe, get out of that brothel right now. I'm going to fuck all these women.
I'm surrounded.
Shit, I don't know, man. Probably tripping over some shit and hitting my head on a rock. Trying to get away in the most embarrassingly stupid fucking way possible. They go like, damn, that was pathetic.
If there was a book on how to master any skill you wanted, not some mythical book, but if it actually taught you how to do that, would you read it? Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
What's the downside?
Right. What's the catch? That usually has a but somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta but it kills all of your family. Makes your balls 3 times their normal size. Something like that.
Right. But it's the only thing you're good at forever. Like that.
Right.
That's
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Twilight Zone exception, monkey's paw kind of thing.
Because I feel like that. Just asking that question, like, what? Who the fuck would say no? Like, nah, I don't want to learn things.
Somebody who hates reading.
Right? Like, fuck that.
How much do you hate reading?
Skills.
This next question, I apologize for asking, but it's in the chat, so here we go. Any of y'all ever fart so rancid you could taste it? No.
I can vouch.
Put
that
your pants
Tanaka
on.
Has.
Put your pants on. You shouldn't be able to taste it.
Sinatra gasses himself in his own room.
I believe that about Sin. Satsu, you're not cooking on Memorial Day?
I didn't plan on it because I mean it's just like I don't know, like that's usually something that I would celebrate with like my fam and stuff like that or whatever, but it's just me and my wife here, so I'm probably gonna cook dinner because I cook dinner, but nothing special now.
Oh, lords, would y'all try a grilled cheese sandwich with a burger in it, a side of Cobb salad, and an oval glass of green Kool-Aid? You lost me at the oval glass. It's got to be square.
Oval glass.
The green Kool-Aid? Hell yeah.
Let's say a Cobb salad.
Cobb.
Oh, Cobb salad. I'm like, what?
Salad made of police officers.
That's
No,
right.
I'm sorry. That was me enunciating poorly. What demographic do you think Biden will piss off and alienate next? Mexicans.
I hope so. The kids hits keep coming.
I think the more important question is, does it matter?
Well, yeah. To the faithful, no, it doesn't.
Are they going to go for a brokered DNC convention this year?
Wait, what?
That's the
No,
question.
I don't think so. No, not intentionally.
No, I think they'll just go straight Biden.
Yeah, unless something happens to Biden in the meantime. Yeah, they're not gonna.
Yeah.
They're not gonna risk dividing the ranks, given all that they say is at stake.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm just waiting for Biden to just like lose it during.
More so than he already has.
No, I mean like just completely snap on stage. He's like, you know what, man? Fuck this election. Y'all can suck my dick. And then watch all the articles the next day, like, well, what Biden really meant by suck his dick.
Right.
This is what he really meant.
Sorry about that, guys. Where are we at here? Oh, right there. How is Squeetus, and did she do anything new today? Before you answer, I do have to announce Peanut is getting her first tooth.
Yay, Peanut.
She started crawling. She can actually go forward now, but she's lazy, so she'll just pull herself on her belly. Yeah, but she has her first tooth. Anyway, Satsu, how is Squeetus, and did she do anything new today?
Squeetus is wonderful. She was, like I said, she was a bundle of joy all today. She was just hanging out. I woke up this morning and I was chilling, and I wanted to come in here and play Fallout, but I knew she was in there chilling with me. So I played some Call of Duty instead. And while I was playing, she picked up the controller that I leave in her little crib, and she started like messing around and playing with me, or what she assumed to be playing with me. And every now and then she'd look at me and she'd be like, da da. And I'd be like,
oh,
da da. And then she just smile and start playing with her controller again. I'm just like, oh my God.
Why does this girl not have her own channel yet?
I don't know. But she's so freaking cute. And I always forget to record when she does stuff.
You put 2 to 5 minute videos up on her, and that channel will blow up.
I know, man.
She is fucking adorable.
She is so cute, man. And now, like she stands up in her crib or whatever, and like because she holds the side rails to stand up or whatever. But now, sometimes when you walk past her, she'll just let it go and just be standing, like staring at you. And then once she realizes, like, oh shit, I'm not holding on to something, she'll like fall in her butt. But yeah, man, she's like I said, she's growing really fast. And now, like when she don't just say da da like just to fuck around now, it's an actual conversation for her. So like me and her, that's how we communicate with each other. And she'll say it when I say it to her.
Cool.
Now
I want to see her toy brand in Walmart, dude.
Yeah.
Lord Tonight. Did you hear they're going to do an updated version of the classic Sweet Home Alabama and rename it Sweet Home Obama? Sweet Homie Obama. I did not.
Sweet Homie Obama.
Whatever.
What minor superpower, astral projection, X-ray vision, etc., would you like to have? X-ray vision. My wife doesn't walk around naked as much as I do, and I'd like to see it. So.
What was it? What minor? What?
Superpower.
We just did this last night, didn't we?
That was superpower that wouldn't help you against like bad guys and stuff. This one's a little less constrained.
How minor does it have to be?
Well, they use the examples of astral projection and X-ray vision.
Oh, so something that's relatively intangible.
Yeah.
How about just physical invulnerability, not super strength?
Fair enough.
I would like to have the power to see something one time and immediately learn how to do it.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah, but the character Taskmaster in Marvel Comics has that power. Except the downside is that every time he learns something new by seeing it, he loses one of his permanent memories.
Oh damn!
Yeah, there's a price. It's a really they added that to his backstory later on in the character's lifespan, and I thought that was a really cool downside.
Well, that might not be bad for me because the first half of my life was horrific. So, like, sweet, I got a new power, and I forgot my depression. Yay!
Irate, you got one?
Got one.
Minor superpower?
Oh yeah. What did I say earlier? I'm sorry, I was in deep thought there, deep cogitation. It would be a healing factor.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Pete says, "Did you ever know that you're my hero?" Listen to the original version of that, not the Bette Midler one. Is Taiwan an independent nation? It should be.
It should be.
Mm-hmm.
China doesn't believe so. Neither does the WHO, but I do.
We need to recognize them.
I'm being told that I mispronounced typhoon. I said typhoon. Fair enough.
I was like, "What's a typhoon?" I was like,
"Yeah." I was a little. I assume that's what you meant. But
so what's me and a typhoon have to do with each other?
They were in the same stream.
Oh,
the stream where I called you Scribe.
Mm-hmm.
The other one I messed up was typhoon.
Okay.
Could Satsu run run better in boots? And it's all capitalized. I don't know if that means something.
Could I run better in boots? Well, considering I only wear boots in the wintertime, probably not. I do know of some people back when I was growing up who said that they ran better in boots.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, but like I said, Timberland, if we're talking about Timberland specifically, because that's what we wore, like that was like the boot. They're comfortable. They're not like actual work boots or whatever. They actually kind of feel like tennis shoes.
Yeah, but the kids I know who did it is like they didn't want to get their Jordans dirty.
Right, yeah. So they ran in there.
Run better in these. Frosted Glasses, going by that dog article. Go sit in the corner. I'd already read this. Do you think the Air Bud movies had a casting couch?
Well, according to that one article we read, maybe.
Probably.
When the team produced it.
Lords of Night, have you seen Stand By Me? Yes, of course.
Yep.
At my age, everybody saw it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Have I? I don't know.
It's not that good of a movie.
It's more a sentimental type coming of age movie than great cinema.
Right.
It's not a horrible. Yeah, it's not a horrible movie. It's actually one. If it comes on, I'll sit down and watch it.
Right.
But if you gave me the remote, I'd change the fucker. Does Irate Prostate have a stand on cereal being soup?
Does that include like oatmeal?
Any cereal, whatever.
The oatmeal's not soup, I don't think. But I see both arguments.
I've actually seen people argue on whether or not oatmeal is cereal.
I would say probably not.
They said it's hot cereal.
Well, actually, it is called cereal, isn't it?
Cream of wheat,
yeah. So yeah, it's cereal. Oh lords, leg nog, leg rolls, leg Benedict Cumberbatch. No. If you were the Knights of the Round Table, what would your names be and preferred weapon? Ooh.
Ooh.
Sir talks a lot.
Sir Monkey.
Well, Sir Satsu, of course.
There you go.
And my weapon of choice would be my massive dick. I don't know.
I would have a sword cane. I'd be like the court wizard kind of thing. I wouldn't be like an actual knight.
Night.
Yeah, I don't know what my preferred weapon would be. It'd be something hurtful. Seriously, where's the rubber band? Check on the left, my friend. It's always on the left. I'm working on such a book right now, Monkey. No catch other than a small fee of purchasing it. Seriously, I picked up several things with the method I'm using, and I'm optimistic. Oh, cool. Well, if it's something that actually teaches you how to do it, then good. It's awesome.
Sure.
See, my issue
Did we miss
with
a
that
story?
Oh, go ahead.
Did we miss a story about shooters at a Naval Academy in Corpus Christi, Texas? No. And I've been avoiding shooter stories because that's something that can get you in trouble with YouTube, sadly.
Yeah, unfortunately.
What were you saying there, Satsu? I'm sorry.
What was I saying?
Good talk.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Knights of the Round Table.
Yeah.
No. And then the rubber band.
Oh, yeah.
It's gone.
All right, fair enough.
That shit's gone, son.
Oh, he said he was reading the book and he's optimistic. No, none of this ring a bell.
No, it clearly wasn't important because man, it was like, hi, later.
All right. How can they say that we need to stay in our houses to save grandma, yet put COVID patients into nursing homes to kill grandma? You know, that's an excellent question. And it's one that they haven't answered yet because
no shit.
You have to stay inside because if you don't, you're going to kill grandma. By the way, we're going to put these actual sick people in the place grandma's living.
Hey.
Don't worry about it.
Don't
And then we're going to bitch and pretend we don't know why nursing homes have such a high death rate of COVID.
No, we got to get rid of the old people first.
Yeah, devil fruit. I wish I had an answer for that because it was what they pulled there especially in New York, where that was the governor. That was Cuomo's like, nope, you have to take sick people. I can't remember if there were other states that did that as well. But yeah, you have to take sick people. And like, oh, look, you killed a whole bunch of old sick people. Good job. I still think they're trying to kill off Trump voters.
I agree.
If health, diabetes, etc. wasn't an issue, would you eat an ice cream filled donut? I will eat that right now.
Fuck yes.
And health and diabetes are both an issue.
Yeah, it's just like, what? Did I miss something? Did the world change for some reason and I missed it?
How big of a donut are we talking? Because I'm pretty flexible on this.
Like
do they make
ice cream sandwich with like donut outside? Yeah, that would be fucking good.
A Krispy Kreme donut with vanilla ice cream inside, I would tear that up. Now, look,
Stoner
who said
food,
that?
Man.
Attack Alpaca, you better send me a link because you can't put that shit in my head and it not be a real thing. I will fight you. Would you dip a grilled cheese American in a glass of cold chocolate milk? I've done that.
What?
Gross.
It's actually not bad.
You know what? That's one of those things that you tell me it's actually not bad, and I'm like, you know what? It's probably not, but don't.
Yeah,
it's not something I would recommend. But as a kid, yeah, I've dipped a grilled cheese. I've dipped a lot of sandwiches in chocolate milk. I've dipped a lot of sandwiches in Kool-Aid too.
Well, I mean, I think I've done that once or twice, but
do we need to get your mom in here to find out how many once or twices that is?
Yeah. She'll tell you.
Yeah.
In the kitchen, man.
Dude, I still put like I told you, I can't eat ginger snaps without Kool-Aid. Like I put ginger snaps in Kool-Aid and eat them because I don't know why, but it's delicious.
I just I like Kool-Aid in a lot of things because that's what I had when I was growing up. We're gonna drop a nuke to summon the Colossus tonight.
Oh, you know what? That would be a great idea, actually.
Oh lords, what is the worst flavor of pie? Herpy.
Apple.
What?
Yes,
Asparagus.
that's right.
Tuna
I
pie.
said it, and I say it again. Apple
Okay.
pie is by far the worst pie.
I heard 3 things my brain's not accepting. Did you say tuna, irate prostate?
Yeah, metaphorically.
Oh, okay. Scribbles, you said asparagus?
Asparagus.
Do people make that?
I don't know, but it sounds like it would be a terrible flavor.
Oh, and Satsu, you're just wrong, man. Apple pie is the best.
Apple pie is the worst
Really
pie.
good. Dude, with melted cheese and fucking ice cream on it, dude.
Look, I've only had one good apple pie in my entire life, and it was made by a person who I don't like. So that means I'll never have one again that I like, because there's that. So
Mash said, did you know my question about Sweet Home Alabama was fake? I was figuring. Pete says, bet wasn't the original. You just schooled me, monkey. The original song was sung by the man who wrote it, Gary Morris. He had a huge country hit with it. Devil Fruit Zero. I know about the movies. Have you liked any Spider-Man animated series, monkey? The one that was in the 90s, I didn't mind too much. I hated the voice actor.
Yeah.
And then I watched the Ultimate Spider-Man series with Little Butt. I hate the stories because Venom is a good guy. But I didn't mind watching it with her. I mean,
in the 90s version, I hated the Punisher. Because why would you bring the Punisher into a kid show like that? They had to like so dumb him down. I mean, understandably so, but why even use the character?
Yeah.
This goes back to the cereal. I'm just catching up to where they're the chat is talking about cereal and soup. Is oatmeal a chowder? No.
Chowder.
Just no.
It's good chowder.
Say it, Frenchie. Say it. Chowder.
Wicked chowder.
What would a cheesecake be? I would say it's technically a pie.
Wicked pizza.
somebody said pumpkin pie is disgusting, and I don't agree.
Pumpkin pie is amazing.
I love pumpkin and sweet potato pie. Also, if you ever go to a black function, don't ever call a sweet potato pie a pumpkin pie. That is how you get kicked out.
Yeah. That's
Does Happy Gilmore count as a shooter story?
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Oh, gee.
Let's see. What? Hey, monkey, look up Bill Sykes from Oliver and Company. Tell me he doesn't look like an overweight Chuck Schumer. The movie Oliver and Company?
The cartoon?
Yeah, was
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll have to check that later. A nursing home death scandal should be treated like a war crime. Look, the people who sent sick people to nursing homes, they should be charged with crimes. Absolutely.
Yep. Reckless endangerment at the very least.
Yeah. Release COVID in the Senate. I'm going to say no on that one.
Yeah, let's not.
Can we do the opposite of that?
Remember, the devil you know. Have you gotten a new Trump t-shirt or at least seen it? Yes, I saw the Trump t-shirt. Yesterday, Trump's campaign released a "You Ain't Black" t-shirt.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that.
Sells for $30, and they used a black model to sell it.
oh
Like,
boy.
oh, fuck.
Well,
You know,
doors
they
open.
don't miss a beat.
Nope.
Let's see.
Especially when they don't have to work to work very hard to get those things. It's like,
I mean,
thank
the left cannot meme, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not a meme. It's the truth.
Now we know why Ranting Monkey's taste buds are dead. How dare you? My taste buds work.
Yikes.
Mine are better than all y'all's. That's how I got diabetes. Will Satsu make a homemade apple pie with cheese a la mode? I know people who do the apple pie and cheese thing.
it's bizarre.
You know
It
what?
is.
You know what? I think I'm actually gonna do make an apple pie, because I've never made one myself. And like I said, all the other ones I've had homemade. I've had, the little ones you can get from the store and all kinds of different variations of apple pie. And like I said, I don't like any of them. There was only one person who made one that I liked, and I don't like them. But I think I might try to make it myself, because maybe if I make it myself, I'm like, oh, well, I made it exactly how I think I would like it, and now I like apple pie. So we'll see.
The only apple pies I haven't liked is when they don't cook the apple enough. Your pie shouldn't crunch. Well, maybe the crust, but not the apple.
Well, just to give you guys some context, because you guys like apple pie, so maybe you've had one like this. Specifically, the way this person made theirs is they sliced the apples extremely thin, like really, 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 really thin, and put them like in a spiral around it. And then they used like caramel mixed with cinnamon and all the other stuff that you put in there. And it was just, I don't know, man. I was just like, oh my God, why is this so fucking delicious? I don't like apple pie. It was so good.
All right. With that, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to hit the road. We will be back Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern time over on Satsu 2 Cents' channel. So come hang out then. We will be over on 2 Cents Plus here in just a few minutes playing some Fallout 76. One more time. Scribe has nothing going tomorrow because he's got family and he's got a real life and shit.
Yeah, that's what I got.
And Irate Prostate, you have an interview with Becca Fairley over on your channel. What time is that?
5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, and 2 p.m. Pacific. Thank you.
Monkey in the Morning will happen eventually. You guys know. Follow us on Twitter if you want to know where we are, because that is the best way to find us. We do tweet it out. Irate Prostate, thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Man, thank you for inviting me. I've had a ball. It's been fun.
Always a pleasure. Satsu, Scribble's a pleasure as always.
Yeah, whatever.
That was hurtful. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us. Thank you so very much for the donations. You guys are amazing, and I love you. We'll see you next time. Have a great night.
Later, fam.
Bye.
Your lives make us sad.